Hi, my name's Sarah, and this is my first attempt at the HCG protocol, or any diet for that matter. A little bit about myself. I am 31 years old. I am 5'2", and I am on my third day at phase 2. The reason why I decided to do this is because my entire life I feel that I've always been about 110 pounds or so, give or take. Um, and I've always had a very high metabolism. I've never really had to diet, which has been a very fortunate thing for me. But that has changed and has changed drastically. And I gained 20 pounds in the last 2 months. Um, my roommate told me about this diet. She usually leaves for 3 months out of the year. She travels around, so I hadn't seen her for 3 months. She came back, and she had definitely noticed the change in my body and in me and my face, and everything about me had changed. I stepped on a scale, and I saw that I had gained 20 pounds, and I weighed myself before 2 months earlier before she left, and I was 108, and I had gained. And when I weighed myself, I had gained 20 pounds. I was 128.8, and that happened in a very short amount of time. I thought that so she told me about this diet, and I did my research on it. And what I really liked about this diet, not only was, I have her kicking me in the butt, but she has done it twice. She's done it 2 rounds. She's shed 20 pounds. She's kept it off, and she looks amazing. And I always thought she looked amazing, um, and so I decided to give this a shot too. With her help and her coaching me, it's been good so far. My first 2 gorge days were oh, there's something else you probably should know about me. I am a professional chef. I cook for a living, and I've been doing it for the last 11 years, and I've cooked in fine dining restaurants. In New York City, in Chicago, and in Los Angeles, and I am very used to that type of dining and that type of food. And there's something that not a lot of people know about fine dining, but or you do know, you might know that it has a lot of fat in it. I mean, like, it's shocking how much fat is used in it, because fat is flavor, and it's all about the flavor in fine dining. It's not meant for a customer to consume every single day. It's supposed to be something special, hence it being fine dining. It's expensive, it's supposed to be special. And I found myself, just knowing how to cook like that. I cook at home. So I never really ever was in the last 10 years, I've never had a craving for fast food or anything processed, because I cook for a living, and that's just something I've never really craved. But I do when I do find myself I had found myself not being able to cook anything else but the way I cooked in a fine dining restaurant in my home kitchen. So when I cooked for other people and when I cooked for myself, there was a lot of, butter, very French. You baste your meats in butter. You confit, which just means cooking something in duck fat, and it's delicious. It's fantastic, but obviously, for many reasons, I am not the same person that I was 10 years ago. I am older. My metabolism has slowed down. I have a little bit more stress in my life, but I decided to take this before it got out of hand, um, because I know a lot of chefs that don't understand their bodies, and they start off in this industry, skinny, and a few years later, it's out of hand, it's out of control, and I didn't want to be that. And seeing that I had gained 20 pounds in such a short amount of time was really alarming to me. And I really decided to take this seriously, even though, and just really train myself on how to be a healthier person, to understand why I eat what I eat, to understand my hunger and my cravings, and just understand my body and myself a little bit more before it just kept on going, because I could only imagine that, and I was in denial when I gained 20 pounds. I literally wore stretchy pants for the last 2 months, because in that short amount of time I could no longer zip up my jeans, or what things that used to be loose on me I could barely zip up, and this happened in such a short amount of time. So I've like I said, I am on day 3 of phase 2. And my gorge phases, I just ate a lot of healthy fats, whole fat yogurt, Greek yogurt, a lot of avocado, a lot of extra virgin olive oil, and then my second day, and just like snacking on all of these things. And of course I snacked on things that I just love, like Cheez-Its and cookies and ice cream and that as well. And then on my second day, I decided to have sort of a last meal of sorts. And I and a friend went to a restaurant here in New York, and sat down for a 3-hour, 12-course meal, where I think I had half a bottle of wine, I had a glass of champagne to start with, and then I had an aperitif, like an after-dinner drink, or a digestif, an after-dinner drink, and I just really enjoyed it, and I was done. And I had already sat down full before this 3-hour process of eating occurred. And so afterwards I was exhausted, and like laughter made me sweat, and I was just ready to not eat again. So the next day it was fine. Then in the morning I was I woke up, I had half a grapefruit, and then I went shopping for all my proteins, and I weighed them all out, I scaled them out, and portioned them all out, individually wrapped them, put them in the freezer. I have like 2 weeks worth of food in there, specific for this diet. And so the first day was okay, and I'm doing the homeopathic. I'm not actually doing the HCG injections. I'm doing diet drops. That is I'll think about what the actual drops are called in a second, but they're just the diet drops, and and I've been cooking, and the first day was fine. The second day, however, was a completely different story, and I was about ready to, like gnaw off my right arm. I felt like I couldn't handle it. And when my roommate came back in, she was like, "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I feel like this is terrible. This is awful. Like, I don't know if I can continue to do this." But I kept with it. And then the third day today, which has been like immensely much easier for me than than yesterday. And another thing about it is like, not only just consuming 500 calories is difficult, obviously, for anybody, but for me it was the food and the taste and everything, and me being so accustomed to taste and everything. It was a big challenge for me to overcome, a big hurdle. So actually, with my cooking techniques and everything that I know about food, I have actually used it on the food of the HCG protocol. It's actually has an effect that I didn't think that it would have on me, but I feel like in this short amount of time I've become a better chef for it, because of it, because obviously, if you are going to be cooking with butter and fat, it's going to taste good, and it's really easy to make things taste good when you're using all of that. But when you strip that away from you and you're left to your own devices and your own resourcefulness, and your own creativity, I found this challenge really fun, actually, and exciting, and I feel like I'm actually, oddly enough, honing my craft through this process. And so like today, I made this really amazing, actually, like, pat myself on the back, it was really amazing chicken, and I made some for my roommate who's not even doing the diet, and she said it was fantastic. So I want to share some of these recipes with you, and I will absolutely do that as the more, because I'm already still getting more creative ideas about it. It's as I feel like it's the first time I started cooking again, the way I feel right now, and I have more and more ideas of like how I can cook under this very strict regime and still make it taste good. And that's actually what changed a lot for me today, was the way I decided to cook something different, and the way it tasted and how satisfied I felt throughout the day because of the taste of it, has really kept me really strong today, actually. So there's also something else. I have stepped out of the fine dining kitchen and I've taken a little break, but I will go back into a new job as the senior sous chef at a fine dining restaurant in Tribeca, New York City, and I will start on Tuesday, which will be my 5th day on phase 2, which will be, I'm sure, a very, very big challenge. But I'll have to let you know about it. I don't know what's going to happen. The way I feel right now, I feel like I can definitely do it. And, oh, I should probably tell you, I've lost, I've lost quite a bit of weight already. I've lost 5 pounds, or 4.8 pounds, in the last, this is my 3rd day, yeah, 4.8 pounds, so I do feel lighter. I definitely feel the results, and yeah, it's great, and then I'll keep you posted.